Hello and welcome. This is the Connection Hub, and I am Vanessa, a psychic medium who channels messages for the divine and your loved ones. I was checking in and asking what the topic was going to be, and we're going to be doing a reading today on friendships. I do know that I'm going to start with the Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland. We're going to get some cards from there, and then we'll just go into other decks to sort out exactly what it is you need to hear today. If you were drawn to this reading, I can guarantee you have messages inside of it. I'm just not sure what those are going to look like just yet, but we will find out. Mental conflict, discontent and boredom. Authority, financial and material changes, partnerships and alliances, intuition, fertility, that's beautiful, heartache and loss. So I'm not sure if this is a silly place to start, but I will note that I lit a new candle today, and I'm just sitting here and I was just sucked into the flame, and I couldn't help but think to myself, a new beginning, like a new start is coming. Looking at our spread here, I'm getting two different scenarios. I'm getting relationships that have been formed at work, and then I'm also getting personal relationships, like your friends. And I'm also hearing childhood friends. So these could be friends that you've known a lifetime. In the top of the spread, we have our mental conflict and heartache and loss cards. And I'm just seeing a separation and roots being pulled out from the ground, and the dynamic in relationships are at a turning point, or they have changed. The discontent and the boredom over top of fertility, maybe you felt like your creative energy has been really low. Maybe you have felt bored, or I'm hearing not stimulated by the relationships around you. In terms of the workplace relationships, maybe you're not learning things like you were at some point. Maybe things just feel really stale and stagnant, and your creativity and just the way that you do perform at your job might have come to a halt, or you're just not as active or as enthusiastic as you once were. Now, where I'm seeing this new beginning happening is starting from the second part of the spread moving forward. The authority over the intuition. Because of the separation, or because your grounding, your footing maybe was rooted out and you've had to make some changes. What this has done is it's created more of a self-reliance. So your confidence could have risen. You might have noticed that without so many active voices or putting too much energy or more energy into your relationships, you could have noticed your intuition expanding. There is a really clear message coming here between being more confident than you used to be, and your intuition far more expansive than it once was. And it was because of these unasked for, but it happened, moments of solitude, or just being more in tune with yourself and what you needed, or relationships being stripped away from you. It's like you didn't ask for it, but it just happened. Because of this, what's going to end up coming through for you are new relationships, new partnerships, new friendships. And this could also positively affect the way that you bring in financial abundance. If this is with your new relationships or not, your new friendships or not, I want to say it's neither here nor there, but the energetic impact these new friendships do have on you, or maybe new coworkers have on you, you're going to notice a lot of material and financial gain because of it. You could find yourself more creative. You could find yourself feeling more confident to speak up, or even to try new things. Okay. Next, I'm being drawn to the past life deck. I can't say there's a rhyme or reason for anything. I just read in the way that I'm told to read. So we'll see what this deck has to say. And there's one more. The first card is phobias. Instantly, I'm understanding that maybe losing relationships or relationships falling away from you could have been a fear brought in from previous lives, maybe a fear that started young as a kid. Oh, I'm hearing like separation anxiety. So maybe a separation anxiety was something important for you to work through. Next, we have spirituality and religion. And this is really clearly just speaking to this inner confidence paired with the intuition card. It was like there's something about this phase in your life needing to happen in order to get closer to the light within. There's something around closing the chatter or not being influenced by 1,000,001 different opinions or outlooks or views, and being able to tune into your own guidance. It's that saying is coming to me, and I might even botch it, but it's the saying around the lines of you are the company you keep. Like the 5 closest friends you have, or the 5 people you surround yourself with the most, their influence on what you choose and what you decide is really high. If this is like conscious or unconscious, I'm hearing it is for both situations. Either you're currently living this situation where you have just felt this separation from your friendships or separation from your coworkers, or this is about to happen. And if you're finding this reading and it hasn't happened yet, but it's about to happen, you need to understand the why, or you've been guided here to understand why it's happening, and it's happening all for great reason. Maybe you were unaware of how stuck certain people were making you. It's almost like you didn't understand how stuck you were in life, and the reason being is because of these relationships. So when this does happen, when these tower moments happen, it might feel challenging, or it might feel confusing or hard to understand, but you have been brought here so that you know it is happening, just to bring you closer to who you are as a person. And then, of course, our next card is trust and faith. Knowing that you would never be asked to do anything that wasn't for your highest good is what I'm taking away from this situation for you. Health. These relationships could have been causing more anxiety than you were aware of. Yesterday, I actually saw a video that Mel Robbins had posted, and it was along the lines of, if you feel anxious or depressed and you think that it's you and you're wondering what the problem is with you, you might want to start considering who is around you and who you are surrounding yourself with, because it could very well be their energy impacting you. So this could have had an impact on your health, and this is why things are being stripped away, so that you can build yourself in a more confident and independent, sure way. Understand that you're not going to be lonely. New, healthy, beautiful relationships are on their way to you. Forgiveness. Now is the time to have forgiveness, like a good forgiveness practice for yourself, to be able to let things go. And also, I'm getting the feeling or the sense that maybe before this happened, you didn't think that you were worthy of actually being in beautiful relationships that were supportive and loving and full of joy. This is giving me going to new new places, maybe trying new classes, stepping outside of your comfort zone and seeing who you meet along the way. And then lastly, we have Mother. This card is giving me messages around building a healthy relationship with your mother or turning to a mother figure for advice. There's something about when you do find yourself more removed from those friendships, from those relationships that you've had, ask yourself how you can create a deeper relationship with your mother. Next for you, we have the what is blocking you. Let's see what's in here. What is blocking you from moving on? That's what it is what is blocking you from meeting new people. First, we have not my type. Be open to different types of people because you may be surprised who you find. This is really suiting, and I think that it actually goes really well with when I was picking up on introducing yourself or getting to know different people in the office. When it comes to overall friendships, then you might even want to introduce yourself, I'm seeing, to people in the building or people in the neighborhood. Even if you go to a gym, introducing yourself to some familiar faces that you see at the gym. Even if someone doesn't appear to be our type, more so like, how does that person make you feel? Or how can you take a chance at just introducing yourself to someone new or someone that is familiar just because you see them often but you've never really spoken to? There could be relationships that you form and you create that could be really surprising for you right now. It's like the scene I'm getting is from Mean Girls or any like 90s rom-com movie where it's a high school setting and there's all these different groups of students that sit together and they all have the same vibe, right? The ask is to shift out of that, to shift away from maybe someone that looks familiar in terms of their style and closer to people that could potentially surprise you. I'm getting the sense you're getting ready to learn from people that you wouldn't have necessarily introduced yourself to before. Next, we have unsocial. You need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone. Maybe these familiar relationships have become a part of your routine. And when you mingle with new people, or this is also confirming the message coming through about like trying new things, going to new places, new gyms or new classes, just trying different things that interest you, which is actually a double bonus because you could be tapping into hobbies and things that bring your heart joy while also leading yourself to the potential of meeting new friends and just learning from someone new. Just remembering to drop your wall and figure out ways to become more approachable. Next, we have judgment. Don't be too quick to count someone out. Be open and give them a fair chance. I'm really picking up on there being someone specifically in the workplace. So if you're noticing a lot of drama at work, this could be the beginning of that crumbling where these other employees are just gonna drop away from you. And it's for your own growth, right? Like your own emotional and spiritual growth. And I'm seeing specifically there is someone at the workplace that maybe appears or maybe truly is a little bit quieter. Maybe you think they look a little nerdy and you don't really think that you could hit it off with them, but you'll really surprise yourself if you say hi. I have the goosebumps everywhere because it feels really pure. You're here to support each other. If someone hasn't come to mind and you're thinking to yourself, who could it be? There's someone there, and oh my gosh, watching the both of you coming together and introducing yourselves and just saying hi and hey, how was your weekend? It feels really nice. Next, we have getting hurt. All love comes with the risk of losing it. Take a chance. Yeah. Aw. I'm hearing the what's the point sentence and feeling into that energy. And even with the feeling of being disappointed, I'm seeing like it's going to turn around really quickly for you, and remembering that a lot of the time nothing is forever, and unless you take a chance in finding your soul tribe, your soul family, the people that really just get you, then you're not going to find them, and you're just being asked to trust your heart and take the chance because they are coming in for you like so quickly. I'm hearing your new soul tribe is being magnetized to you. Next, we have not being you. You are trying to project a perfect image, but it's not really you. Be yourself. I was just flashing to like the nerdy person, or if you see someone that is, oh, they're nerdy, maybe that is an element inside of yourself that you want to start celebrating a bit more and bringing out a bit more. It's making me think of when we point a finger, we have 3 fingers pointed back at us. So maybe the things you're noticing in other people is also an element of something that you're noticing within yourself that wants to be celebrated and wants to be recognized. How can you be more you throughout the day? And then lastly, we have tolerating abuse. Any kind of abuse is not okay. You deserve someone who treats you well. This is confirming the messages or the feeling I was getting being in these relationships for yourself, maybe toxic relationships that are really gossipy and just like full of drama, and that message coming through of maybe you didn't think that you were worthy of having really healthy, loving, kind relationships. And this could be for a number of reasons, and maybe those reasons started in your childhood. I'm not sure if you've watched any of my videos from what I've posted in the last couple of weeks, but I mentioned that one day last week I woke up and the first thing I heard was nothing before today matters. And I just feel the need to repeat that here is nothing before today matters. And it's up to you to take an opportunity and just see today as a fresh day and remind yourself, fake it till you make it. Remind yourself of how worthy you are of loving, kind relationships, no matter what happened before. And maybe this forgiveness card is an element of that, and just forgiving what you endured in the past, finding ways. I know that it is possible for us to think, I can't forgive that, but just find ways to work through it as best as possible and to let it go so that you can move forward. I'm going to pull a couple of messages from the Spirit Messages Oracle. You are feeling somewhat confused by the events that are unfolding around you and the various seemingly contradictory information that is coming your way. Trust your instincts and do what they are telling you to do, and you will learn a lot about yourself and the direction you want your life to take. You could very well be picking up on different messages when it comes to your friendships and different messages from different sources. And that's where this like contradictory or conflicting message is coming in, and remembering just those 2 beginning messages with the intuition and the authority. It's like now is your opportunity to really be strong and to really have that self-confidence that only you know the answers that you're seeking. What areas of your life are you avoiding? Are they causing you upset, worry, disrupted sleep? If so, these are areas you need to focus on. As much as you don't want to, it is necessary. Tackle your demons head on. Don't allow them to rule you for a second longer. Maybe there's conversations that you need to have with people, and just in figuring out like their objectives in the friendships, or like why. If you are unhappy in your relationships, then maybe the questions you need to ask yourself is, why am I holding on? What am I afraid of letting go of? You are doing your best, and that is enough. Any difficulties you face will not last forever. Release the thoughts and feelings that don't feel good. Focus all of your energy on love, happiness, and your hopes and dreams. No matter how much you are being tested or pushed right now, stand your ground and push back. Believe in your own integrity and self-worth so much that no one can get in your way. Have the confidence to move forward. You can and will do this. And it's resting right on top of that authority card. You're being urged to not let anyone make you feel small. If anyone comes at you and makes you feel small, now is the time to speak up to that. Doing or saying something to really make it a point that you do not approve of the way that this person is treating you. Next, it's keep moving forward even if you are unsure of your next step or where it may take you. Trust that you are walking the path you are meant to walk. Remember, we are walking it with you. Trust yourself more. You might want to consider praying about this a little bit more. Start noticing how your barrier is falling away and how intuitive you're growing, and just getting interested overall in communicating with your higher self and with the divine, with your angels, in working through not only the challenge of navigating your relationships right now, but any challenge moving forward. We're gonna finish this reading with the Crystal Angel deck by Doreen Virtue, the mini version. I don't know what website I ordered these on, but I really liked the deck. And as you might know, all of Doreen Virtue's decks are discontinued. So by the time I got around to purchasing it, I couldn't find it. So some crystals that could help support you right now: watermelon tourmaline, stress reduction. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. When we go through like these awakenings and these shifts in awareness and expansion and intuition, it could really take a toll on the physical body and on the mental body as well. Even if you don't have a piece of watermelon tourmaline to turn to or access to purchasing one, I think overall you can just check in with yourself and see how you can de-stress. I saw a video of someone yesterday on TikTok, and her opener was, "I just finished a day of work, so come color with me to de-stress." And she just sat and she brought everyone through coloring with markers. So finding some sort of activity to de-stress at the end of the day and to just give back to yourself in that calm, soothing way is going to be really helpful for you right now. Sodalite. Socialize or join in. Make healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by getting involved with a group of like-minded people. I love that. Confirmation on going to a new type of class and maybe digging into a hobby or something that you wanted to start. Pottery, painting, something creative. Also, the other thing with sodalite is it really strengthens the throat chakra and it allows us to speak from a place of truth. So this could be a stone that you hold on to or wear when needing to have challenging conversations with some of these relationships and friendships, if that is something that comes up for you, or you know that you're getting ready to have a challenging conversation with them. Sodalite could be very supportive in that way. And then we also have amber. Give it to God. Take a deep breath and on the exhale, release the situation to God for healing and answers. Deepening your practice of faith right now, your practice of prayer, and I'm also hearing even your practice of protection, asking for and receiving the cleansing and clearing of your energy, mind, body, and spirit. And then also praying for and being grateful for the protection of your mind, body, and spirit, just as you move throughout your day, so that you feel that loving divine essence in and around you through everything that you do. Now is a really exciting opportunity for you to tune into your intuition and gather your guidance from a confident inner place